Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. Today I'm going to tell you a few things that you should definitely not do as a UPSC aspirant. The first thing that I would say is that don't completely focus just on one subject or one topic while ignoring the others. And that is a mistake that I did when I was preparing for UPSC. I had so much focus on my optional that I actually ignored essay and some GS parts in my first attempt. So even though if you get like I did, you get good marks in the optional because you focus so much on it, you will actually lose out on GS, essay because they are also hugely scoring portions. Out of the 1750 marks total of UPSC, 1250 marks are for essay and for GS alone. So remember, don't focus just on one thing like your optional or just one GS portion like polity, economics, geography, or history, or just don't completely focus on your essay. Focus on everything equally as much as possible to increase your comfort with that particular subject, but definitely also try to have a little bit extra edge in one or two subjects. For example, I had an extra edge in essay because I prepared really well for the essay, and also for the GS because I had learned from the mistake that I should not devote all my energy to the optional only. So if you are first timer preparing for UPSC, then you should definitely, as an aspirant, try to prepare everything equally in the beginning, and then eventually when you're closer to the exam, focus on one thing where you can little bit excel more than the others. So average in everything, but you have excelled in one thing, and you will be able to get those extra mark in that subject that you have prepared much better than the other ones. So you will have a higher chance of getting a good rank. So don't prepare one subject too much while ignoring the others. Focus on all equally as much as possible while doing a little bit extra in one of them. The second thing I would say is that lot of students also spend a lot of time on subjects that actually don't matter as much, or topics that actually don't matter as much. For example, let's say medieval history. It's one of those topics from which prelims questions will come, a few prelims questions will come, but it does not have a lot of output in the mains exam. So know the subject, but that doesn't mean spend too much time on it. Instead, spend a lot of time on subjects that are much more important and from where core of the UPSC syllabus is coming. Sustainability, environment, climate change, ecology, polity, economics, developmental economics especially, current affairs. These are the main topics from which a lot of questions recently both in prelims and in mains are coming. So I would say that focus on them. If you focus your time more on these 20, 25, 30% subjects, from which 80%, 70% of the syllabus or the topics in the exam are actually coming, questions in the exam are actually coming, you will be better off. You will be able to work smartly rather than just working hard for an exam. The other point is for answer writing, I would say learn how to be to the point. Lot of answers I have checked over the years, or a lot of things I've seen aspirants do is they just revolve around the topic trying to explain the context of what has been asked in the exam. Now that is not your job when you have been asked only a 150 word question. To learn to be on the point. And how do you learn to be on the point? By first studying the topic and then summarizing it in a few words to understand the core basic concepts. That is very, very important. And I think the next thing I'm going to tell you is related to this. And the next thing is that focus on making your fundamentals clear. One thing is for sure that whatever UPSC aspirants, whatever banking aspirants, whatever other exams PCS aspirants are qualifying, one thing is common between them. The students who qualify are those who have their fundamentals very, very clear. So I would say focus on your fundamentals, focus on your basics. Unless your basics are clear, if you just want to mug up and try to finish your syllabus in a short period of time, you are not getting anywhere. Exams have become much more smart now. All the exams, the new exams that are coming, this year's exam, look at the essay paper of UPSC, look at the RBI paper, look at the NABARD paper, look at the mains paper of UPSC. All of them are analytical and they require you to have complete understanding of the basics. So just finishing the syllabus is not enough. Also understanding and analyzing it and sticking to the basics is super important. Then the next one is that, I think it is very important that students sometimes become unbiased, or they become very influenced by a certain kind of idea or opinion. For example, let's say you are reading the Hindu, or let's say you are reading the Indian Express, and some editorial has come from a certain author who has a certain view which is based on his own opinion or her own opinion. I say don't adopt that opinion as your own. Don't become ideological. Don't become subjective. In UPSC, it is very important that as a civil servant, one of the qualities they are looking for is that you are subjective, that you can understand both the sides of the story, understand both the sides of the particular topic, particular thing that has been asked, and present a balanced view. If you present one side of the view only, it is not going to get you enough marks. It is not going to get you that kind of marks that an aspirant who's writing all the sides of the story or different opposing sides of the story is going to get, because that means that student has actually analyzed, has actually understood the concept and taking a fact based objective approach, जिसमें बायस नहीं होती है, जिसमें आप अपनी ओपिनियन को नहीं दिखा रहे हैं, बट एक फैक्ट बेस्ड एनालिसिस करके एक पर्टिकुलर यू आर कमिंग टू अ पर्टिकुलर कंक्लूजन दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन एक्चुअल डेटा ऑन द ग्राउंड बट नॉट एक्चुअल ओपिनियंस दैट आर prevalent. The other thing I would like to tell you is that a lot of students don't believe in planning and time management. You just start preparing. Don't do this mistake. This is going to be a huge mistake, because otherwise you are not able to. UPSC is such a huge exam. You really need to know what you're studying, when you're studying, how you have planned the entire syllabus, topic coverage. So please focus on time management. You can use various techniques I have given in my other classes also. For example, you can study in batches, small batches. You start from topics that you're good at. You can make a plan of 1 month, 1 year. You can use checklists. These are all the techniques that you can use to become a better time planner. The last thing I'm going to tell you is, like I always tell you, that please don't look at social media that much. Now, I have followers on Instagram. I have linked my Instagram to my YouTube account. I have my Twitter followers, but that doesn't mean that I would like less followers on these platforms, who are aspirants actually, because if you're just, even if you're my follower, it's okay, but if you're daily, you're logging in and every day 3-4 times you're checking my profile or some other topper's profile or some other profiles that you like, I think that is a little bit of wasting of time. So to be honest, don't waste your time looking at our profiles. Maybe in 1 week or 2 weeks you can once look at the profiles which you like, which you inspire you. As far as YouTube is concerned, use it to learn, use it to get motivated. Don't use it to just purely for entertainment purposes. Try to find channels which are actually teaching you good stuff. Try to find channels that are helping you to learn. Try to find channels that are helping you to actually learn the fundamentals, and they're not just telling you information. And that is my biggest advice. So be cautious about what you use on social media. I personally used YouTube a lot for learning because I did not have any coaching classes. So I used to Google and try to find out some good classes for the subject. I was not on Twitter. I was on WhatsApp, but I barely used it. I was not on Instagram. So that's why I don't have that many followers also. So Instagram or Twitter, these are not the parameters of success at all. What is the parameter of success is obviously how much you know, what kind of work you do. These are just ways to communicate and to tell people about your work, tell people about yourself. So I would say keep the access to minimum. That will really help you. And once you become topper, you will surely, you can have social media following as much as you like. And that would be more of a sweet reward than spending time on social media right now. So those are my advices. I hope you have a good Saturday today. I'm going to come up with more prelims series classes in the next 1 week. And they will cover a lot of things about prelims, like current affairs for prelims, how to prepare them, how to prepare different subjects for prelims, how to analyze the previous year questions of prelims. This is going to be a 10-15 video series, like I already have uploaded 3. So you can take a look at them and learn how to study for prelims also. Take care. Bye-bye.